I remember one of the first things I told him when I met him. He came in, his name was Lil Herb.
I just don't like the album title.
And I was like, yo, my man. I said, here in New York, you don't want to be a Herb, man.
Especially a little one.
Not a Lil Herb? Oh, God.
We don't care, bro. We want it now. Like, look at the.
All right, yeah, that's a great attitude to have.
Look, I'm telling you the fucking real. Look at the last high-profile.
And that's why it's gonna be fucked up if the song is actually ass.
Look at the last high-profile person that got out of jail, Young Thug, and the narrative
and his shit was ass.
Because it took too long.
Both narratives you shared sound like Drake fans trying to find a reason to negate the success of these. One is, we just giving it to some old niggas because we feel bad for him. Or the other one is, they be kissing Kendrick ass all the time, so he gonna win it.
Yeah. I'm pointing it out because it sounds stupid.
Them is OVO narratives, man. Rap Life Review, we got Eddie, we got Low, I'm Ebro, and we got Know It All Nick ready to, you know what I'm saying, put us on to what we screw up. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
What's up with it, man?
We here, man.
We here. What's the word?
De La Soul, shout out to my brothers.
Okay.
New record out, Pete Rock on the productions.
Mm-hmm.
Announced another De La album, shout out to Mass Appeal, November 21st. You know what I'm saying? That's for cats like myself and those other hip-hop fans that actually have taste. So shout out to y'all that love that. G Herbo, Lil Herb album. I think we have a unanimous across the panel on this album.
Such great things about that project.
Yo,
yeah, man.
I had to put it in the group chat. I was like, all right, man, I think the jokes got to stop. Because you know the ongoing jokes about G Herbo's like he raps off beat. And I don't have an official count, but I would say like 67% of the time, he was rapping on beat quite well. And then sometimes he went off the rails a little bit. But you know what? Them songs went up too. All in all, so here's the conversation I'm gonna have with y'all, right? So you know how like there seems to be this lost generation that we don't talk about in hip hop. We always talk about Kendrick, Drake, Wale, J. Cole. We want to put Wale in that conversation, and then we kind of just stop talking about generations. But a generation under that, you got like the Tylers, Travis, Cardis, right? Clearly, he's not them, but he's kind of like. Are we starting to have a conversation about Herbo at this point?
What's the conversation? He put out a good project, but like, what's the conversation?
No. Let's not act like this is his first good project.
No. I'm saying he put out a phenomenal project right now, but I'm saying what's the conversation or what's the...
The conversation is we're talking about somebody who's consistently been putting out music for 15 years that is resonating within the hip-hop culture.
Right.
He is an OG at this point. He just turned 30 recently, and he maybe dropped his best overall project. But all his projects are streamed, are received well. He just had the biggest single. What's the last single? The biggest single of his career. When Legit was just the biggest single of his career. There needs to start kind of being conversations about where G Herbo stands as far as artists in his generation.
So I've been supporting G Herbo since he was probably like 16 years old. When they was coming out of Chicago after Chief Keef, and you had Lil Bibby and you had Lil Durk. So I watched a lot of these guys grow up in the game, get deals, lose deals, go independent, and stay on it and wanting to contribute and tell their story and represent for where they're from. So I appreciate what you're saying, Eddie. I think there are some people who are paying attention now. I think it's one of those kind of like internet narratives about G Herbo where it's like, oh, he rap off beat. Because honestly, I've been following him for a long time, and if all he did was rap off beat, y'all know I'd have been out a long time ago. But musically, he actually has a great team around him. I think if you've been following this hip-hop shit long enough, you know there's some rappers that just get on records and they just talk. And they talk that talk, and it's energy, and they talk that talk, and then other times they make songs. Right. I think Herbo has always been kind of one of those artists, like he'll just get on there and talk that street talk, tell a story. I think, there's another album I really loved, it was a couple I really loved, but the last one that really jumped out to me had a collab with 21 Savage. It was called PTSD.
Yeah, that was
PTSD.
That was
2020, I believe that one's dropped.
Yeah. PTSD was crazy because he was one of the early rappers who's really a street dude and really been through some shit that was really going to therapy, talking about mental health, talking and really trying to apply the tools he got in therapy and working with professionals
and learning
how to better his life.
Learning how to unpack it in his music.
Now, that's a forever work in progress. I'm not sure if that's, for those that have been to therapy and all that, have been through some real traumatic life shit, you don't just flip a switch.
And it's over.
And it's over, right? So, but yeah, man, I love this combo, and I'm happy for G Herbo, and I'm happy he's got the #2 album on Apple Music. Shit, he beat artists this week that we thought was supposed to dominate, like a Rosalia and other artists. G Herbo's out here doing numbers.
Demon Hunters, K-pop Demon Hunters being up there. Only person he's losing to is Taylor Swift. That's it. Like,
no, that's something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had a sit down with him. He came by the show, and we chopped it up about this album and just his whole shit. Is Went Legit one of your biggest records?
Yeah, I feel like it. Well, probably it's on the way. It's on the ladder to being like my biggest record for sure, like that I ever recorded. And it's crazy, bro. Like, it's so crazy. Cause
did you have any idea it was finna do what it did?
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, bro. It just came out of nowhere for real. It's like I was just having fun, like in the studio. I recorded the song here, like, and it's like I don't know. It's just like, you know, I mean, other artists that get it though, like they know what I'm saying. Like certain cities just make you rap different. Like I'm gonna spit some different music when I'm like I have a different flow. I'm saying like when I'm in New York, I'm gonna rap different. When I'm in Chicago, I'm gonna rap different. When I'm in Miami, you feel what I'm saying? Like I just like New York just brings some out of me. Like you feel me? This is one of the cities where I'm at where I gotta go to the studio. I don't record everywhere for real,
Right.
Like I gotta go to the studio when I'm in New York. And man, just shout out to, Smack, shout out to Sizzle, man, my big bro. Like, they just, like I said, it's certain people that just, like, make me rap on beats. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I didn't pick this beat, you feel me? Like, Sizzle played this beat and just, like, rap on this. You feel what I'm saying? And I just went with it, bro. Like,
G Herbo, big up, man. I remember one of the first things I told him when I met him, he came in, his name was Lil Herb. Was his name, because you had Lil BB, you had Lil Herb, and you had Lil Durk.
I just don't like the album title.
And I was like, yo, my man. I said, here in New York, you don't want to be a Herb, man.
Especially a little one.
Not a Lil Herb? Oh, God. That was the first thing. I was like, yo, we got to figure this out, man. Because you sound good, man, but nah, this ain't going to work.
They're not going to get past that name. That Lil Herb is going to stick with you for
the
name
change?
Huh?
Is that what's happening? Are you taking credit for the name change? Is that what's happening?
No. I don't know if that's where that came from, but I was just saying I was wondering because the album's called Lil Herb.
Yeah.
Which was his original kind of coming off the block name.
And he's saying that out in New York, you don't want to be known as
when I first met him, he was Lil Herb. I was like, we got to figure this out. This ain't going
to fly.
I don't have nothing. I didn't come up with G Herbo or none of that shit.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if that's actually why he changed his name from that.
That'd be interesting if he did.
I think Herb at this point is old man slang, and I'm here for it because I love still calling people a Herb.
Now imagine calling somebody Lil Herb.
Yeah, Herb. I'm still rocking with that one.
Yo, let's see who else. Shout to my man Bun B, Corey Mo. Shout to y'all, man. Waymo Trill.
Yeah.
Monaleo, Young Dro, 8-Ball, MJG, Pimp C versus. If you missed this Bun B drop, listen, it sounds phenomenal. Go get that. And Reason, our guy.
Listen, that one right there, Everything in My Soul, Westside Boogie, K Cash. Shout out to K Cash. K Cash is doing his thing, but I just like the consistency of what Reason is doing and trying to do and keeping his name in that conversation of like the newcomers or the guys that are under the Titans or whatever. But this project is something you really need to check out. Just showing that great lyricism, song structure, and I think, if he does have another project coming out in the future, this is something that's a good indictment on how good it's going to be.
Speaking of amazing projects, still performing well, YFN Lucci hosted Already Legend Radio. His album still top 15 on the album charts in Apple Music. He came by, he called his kids, celebrated his album. It was a phenomenal show. Shout to YFN Lucci. Check this out.
Atlanta, we just made history this year. You feel me? Man, Thug, we just did 2 records. Them motherfucker hard, real Atlanta shit. You feel me? I just had the show in State Farms. That motherfucker was so turned, so loaded. You feel me? Baked potato style. You smell me? That was my first show coming home. And like the love I got, man, that shit was just crazy. It was unbelievable. Coming from where I just came from, the last 4 years, I was in a room in a box by myself. Like, you feel me? Sometimes, when you sit in that cell, it like you can lose, like not just, you kind of can forget who you really are. You feel me? But it like coming home, doing that show, seeing all them lights, them cameras, that shit was different. That shit was big. You know, that shit meant the world to a nigga. You feel me?
Big up YFN Lucci and all the artists doing takeovers too. If you haven't checked out Apple Music One, I think, man, damn near every day it's a different artist taking over doing a radio show. So it's been great.
Looks like a good thing.
Yeah, we had DDG and T Grizzly in LA last week doing a takeover. That was really dope, both of those. Yeah.
Max B is home. He was sentenced to 75 years. It got later reduced to 20. Did what, 15 or 16?
Yeah. Went straight to the Jets game.
Straight to the Jets game. French Montana picked him up.
Yep.
And they won, so he's good luck.
Well, I mean, the Jets, their season is shit. So, like, I mean, it doesn't take much to beat the Browns either. So, I'm not going to turn this into ESPN, but, like, let's not act like the Jets did something phenomenal yesterday. So
they suck and they got to win. Give that man
That's what I'm saying.
It's cool, but yeah, it's the Jets.
You a Jets fan?
No, I'm a Giants fan.
Oh, so that's what it's really. How the Giants doing?
Yo, we blew a lead to Chicago 24-20. That's what
what happened? And how many leads have y'all blown?
I think that's the 10th this season.
Yeah, there you go. So,
wait, hold up. Since we're here, Ebro, feel free to ask me about my team. Ebro, ask me about my team.
Who's your team?
Everybody just calm down. It's Max B, man.
The best
Max
team
B
in football.
got home.
Give it to me. Best team in football.
Nah, Max B came home with straight.
Listen, just Max B, man. Can we let the brother he got home?
Max B is finally home. The world, the hip hop world, the hip hop community
guys.
is very proud.
Wait, say it again, Nick. I can't hear.
The wave is free.
Yeah, that's it.
Celebrate that man.
Now, Nick, you're of a generation where I believe the icon that is Max B really took over your world. How much Max B did you actively listen to versus how much Max B influenced artists that you liked?
I think I didn't listen to a ton of Max B because I think I was starting to taper off the Dipset in those years where he really started to grow, though. But it does go without saying how much influence he's had over, my favorite rappers or just popular rappers over the last 10, 15 years. So it's great to see him back out, and it's going to be dope to see who he jumps in the studio with now, I'm saying, on the other side of his influence.
What I don't want to see is Max rush back into creating a project or creating a mixtape or whatever the case is, because he has a Coke Boy series with French Montana. Him and French Montana have been working.
Ain't nobody happier than French Montana.
No, nobody happier than French Montana. But
first of all,
you've been in jail for about 15 years. The world is completely different musically, professionally. So I really want to see him just take his time, get back into this living life, being around his family, and not feeling the pressure of making a record or being that, the thing he was when he went into jail. Don't make this, solely about the music, because I see that narrative. Everybody's like, I can't wait to see what producer he works with, who he's gonna do a tape with, who's when the album come out. Like, let that man, he hadn't been home but 48 hours and they already on him about the music. So just take your time and have
music
some fun.
This whole time too, though, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Well, he's supposed to save that to the end. Know it all, Nick with the knowledge.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
You're supposed to check him on the end and embarrass him like you try to do everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Nick.
He trying to tell you not to talk. You know what I mean?
I just didn't want you. I wanted you to have a hammer at the end.
He didn't want you to blow the load too early.
Whoa.
Right, pause. My fault.
Whoa.
I just said blow the load.
Yo, you don't got to say it
He
again.
just said it again. He doubled down.
Hey, can we talk about something that's not in the prep?
Yeah.
Y'all watched the Vince Staples show?
I did.
Yeah, it's just
I went to the premiere here. I only saw the first 2 episodes at the premiere here in New York.
Yeah, I only seen the first 3, but I'm a fan, and I've been saying this for years. Whatever Vic Staples' next chapter is going to be, it's probably not going to be in music. And we're starting to see with Abbott Elementary, now with his own show, I think he's going to make a way bigger impact on whatever the next version of Vince is than the first chapter. And I'm happy to see him kind of make.
This is the next version of Vince. This is the second season. This is definitely the next version of Vince Staples. Like, you can see it. Like, this is easy for him.
But, quietly, he's also put out some great verses. He's done some features and dropped some records out of fire, too. So I don't think he has to, it doesn't seem like he has to lay one thing down to do the next so far.
He doesn't have to choose. But if he were to choose, TV, films, that's his sweet spot.
But quickly, back to the Max B point.
Okay.
Because I was thinking the same thing you was thinking about, like, don't rush into it.
Right.
Da-da-da. After I said this to someone earlier, it dawned on me, Max B probably been writing and having a bunch of shit that he wants to record anyway, just to put out. B, there is a kind of marketing, let's call it, window to seize in the algorithm while everyone's talking. Right? It's tough to get that engine organically started again. Listen, we've been talking the last few weeks around narrative and marketing on an algorithm on this show and like getting people's attention and cutting through.
Right.
If he dropped a song or a couple songs this week with the right producer, or maybe they already had something planned, who knows? Maybe they played him some beats over the phone, got him warmed up, and he got in there with Harry Fraud, which is a early collaborator, and dropped some. I don't think that's a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing, but I do believe that there's a grace that we're giving him because we haven't heard from him in 15 to 16 years. So I think
we don't.
So I think,
we don't give grace.
I think we're listening to it with a different ear just because we're happy that he's home. So even if it is bad, we may not really
I don't
be
think
honest
it'll be
about
bad, though.
I'm saying, I said even if. I'm not saying when it is. I'm saying if it is indeed bad, we may not listen to it or critique it with the same ears as opposed to someone that's been out or that's catching a wave or that we can be honest about. And I don't want that kind of conversation to happen where we're like, oh, they're only just saying it's happening because he just came home and da-da-da. Because people will start saying and people will start acting as if that's the case. I don't want that to be the case for him. That's all I'm saying.
We don't care, bro. We want it now. Like, look at the.
All right, yeah, that's a great attitude to have.
Look, I'm telling you the fucking real. Look at the last high-profile
and that's why it's going to be
person that just
fucked
got out
up
of jail.
if the song is actually ass.
Look at the last high-profile person that got out of jail, Young Thug. And the narrative
and his shit was ass.
Because the took too long. If you let me get my point, what I'm saying.
That's not true.
The boy took too long to drop the song.
That's not true. That's not why it was ass.
I let you talk.
All right, go ahead.
So
go ahead.
The issue was everyone was like, when's he dropping? When's he dropping the first? There's a reason why we call it the first day out track. Like everyone wants that. All right, we've been waiting for this moment. He's out now. Give us a song. Young Thug didn't give us a song. Young Thug waited a long time. And by the time it came out, as Ebro was saying, conversation shifted. You have the public's attention now. You're out. Everyone's happy for you. Everyone's looking at you like at the Jets game. He drops a song. While we're all looking at you, it can resonate. Look at Bobby Shmurda. He got out there and was like, yeah, Bobby Shmurda's out. We're happy. Bobby Shmurda didn't snitch. Now look, a few years later, what's the conversation about Bobby Shmurda? It doesn't exist. So what I'm saying is you got to strike while the iron's hot because these people aren't going to wait for you no matter how loyal you think they are.
Wait 15 years for them. They can wait a couple months.
They won't.
They will. Max B, they will. I guarantee you, they will.
We'll see.
Let's bet.
What you want to bet? I don't know how we going to bet because
they got Cash App.
No, I know that.
What y'all need?
No, I don't know.
I'm trying to app. Can they do side bets on that?
Oh, well, on stage?
Let's do some push-ups.
Ain't he being sued by Steak or something? Whatever.
Whoa.
Yeah, I just did like 300 push-ups yesterday.
So let's bet 20 on them.
On camera?
Yo, Lo said
camera.
I just did some push-ups yesterday, as if like he did.
He goes on camera.
That was like,
got scared of the push-ups on
no,
camera.
I just did something.
No, I'm just saying, like, we can run it if you want. Like, I'm no stranger to the push-ups, and you tell me how you want to run this.
Let's put 20 to 30.
I did 4 yesterday. What you talking about?
Shut up.
Y'all just want to do 20, that's all?
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Nah, I'm just curious.
Okay.
No, this is devolving into chaos. What are we doing here?
Talk about chaos.
Y'all not betting for real, huh?
Nah, we can bet.
We can bet some push-ups.
Yeah, like a light 50.
But I don't know. I don't know what the metric is.
Anything physical with Eddie, who's at the gym at 5 a.m. every day.
Okay, I do my push. We're just doing push-ups. Like that's fine.
Yeah, okay. Well, we will share the video with y'all on Rap Life Review.
Nah, I love you, Lo.
Love you, baby.
Now, GQ has put Clipse on their 30th annual Men of the Year issue. That's right. They interviewed with Fraser Tharp. Shout to Fraser. Pusha T and Malice discussed their return to music, brotherhood, reuniting with Pharrell, and the success of Let God Sort 'Em Out, which they got the big Album of the Year Grammy nomination
5
for.
of them Grammy joints.
Yeah, we're going to get to that, though.
We're going to get to that. We're going to have a conversation about that.
Well, we can bundle it all into this GQ mag, can't we, Convo?
I think
because what else do we need to say about them being on the cover of the GQ mag other than it happened?
They was dressed kind of crazy.
Well, you got something to say about their fit?
I listened to that album. That's not what I...
Wait, be clear. Let me go look.
Just
What
look
are you
at
seeing
it.
here?
Now I got
Push you, my man.
go
Push
look.
your mouth. Y'all my guys, so don't.
Listen, I bet they're not taking fashion advice from you.
Yo, what's up? Why? So
you
now
bet.
I can't dress. I
No,
can't
no.
do push-ups.
No, I didn't say
What
you
else-
can't
what
dress.
else is
I
that?
just know the way they dress, they're not taking fashion advice from you. That's all I'm saying.
Two things can be true.
Oh, I see what they on with the socks.
Yeah.
Okay. all right.
Wait,
Nah, you ain't see it?
They
I didn't
the
pay
socks and
attention. I saw it, but it
varsity
was kinda like,
jacket.
oh, no.
Let's go to
The
GQ.
shorts, the socks.
They're doing the sweater, the
Yeah,
preppy.
sweater, yeah, with
they
the
doing
shorts.
preppy look.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, with the khaki pants.
Yeah.
And the socks
and the
showing
loafers.
with the
loafers, yeah.
the loafers.
Yeah.
But that's like schoolboy prep.
Yeah.
They can't do that.
Just saying, someone
a
who
look.
makes Mike Tyson blow to the face.
But that's how you cover up for that.
Hey, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how you would know, but all right.
You know, that's how you cover up. You know what I mean?
Louis jacket, Louis
Throw
shorts.
yourself on some little, V-neck
Polo.
sweater and look real Ivy League.
Throw the FBI off.
That's right. I mean, how you think they get that stuff on campus?
Yo.
Oh, my bad. But anyway,
Oh, then the sweater joint. No, the sweater looked clean too, though.
No,
we were looking at two different looks.
it's just funny. That's all.
he's just making fun of them because they dress like preps and they rap like drug dealers. That's all he talking about. But anyway, Grammy nominations since we're here.
Right.
Okay.
Clipse, we all agree, deserved everything they got.
Everything.
I don't.
Don't
So a lot of
do
times
it.
with these, no. We're all on the same team here. So a lot of times with these Grammy nominations, we all run online and go, "Oh, I can't believe so and so got snubbed," and I can't believe. I'm thinking across all categories, they kind of got it right. Like there were people that you could argue should have had spots. Like an R&B spot, I've seen people complaining about Raven Lenae didn't get a nom, and it was somebody else.
Mariah
in
the
the R&B space.
Scientist.
Mariah the Scientist. Thank you, Lo. But also, who would you take out? And even in the hip hop space, Glorilla being in there, like maybe she's the odd person out, but that was a good album as well.
Well, so interesting. Some categories have more nominations
Than others.
So with like the hip hop album of the year, it was
They're
like five.
Yeah, it's 5.
But then I see some categories have
Like
six,
7
nominations.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why Gunna didn't get a nomination. That was the only thing that I was like, yo, that they got wrong or missed.
Because he had, like we were talking off camera, like he had some records on there that.
Well, no, the album itself.
Yeah.
The album itself.
I think
I don't have an answer to that either, so I don't know.
I could make an argument for Playboy Cardi.
I like that.
I could.
That's something too.
There's like Oscar bait and there's Grammy bait, and it's very clear in hip hop, like when Killer Mike wins a Grammy, and I love that Killer Mike. That was my favorite album of the year. Or even Freddie Gibbs with the first Alfredo being nominated. There's specific albums that you can point to, like, yeah, that could probably get a Grammy nomination. Playboy Cardi would have been abnormal, clearly, but I think it also could have been deserving. So that's another one. I was like, maybe they missed
And
that.
you
but I
call
don't
it
have an
abnormal
argument.
because
They tend not to skew that young. Like Playboy, even though Playboy Cardi's 30-something,
Oh, God, I see
his
what you're saying.
audience is a very young audience. Grammy
well, the
in
people
hip-hop in
voting
general,
and selecting the albums and songs that get represented in any specific genre are from that genre. Now, you have to obviously be registered to vote. I don't know, nominations I think are like a board of individuals that are in hip hop, producers,
Songwriters, media personalities.
I don't know. I don't think media personalities.
not?
No, not in the
Yeah.
Grammys. No.
But you're not.
No.
Oh, so I
I
always
don't-
thought.
you have to have credits on an album. You have to have.
Oh,
had,
you do?
like, you have to have engineered, produced, songwritten,
Okay, well, my fault,
executive produced,
Okay, my
something.
fault, yeah.
You can't
something
just be up here.
Yeah, something in
you
music.
can't just be up here yapping about music
I
and think
understand,
you're
okay.
voting on
Yeah,
a Grammy.
I got you.
But at least that's the way it's been articulated to me.
Okay.
But so I'm surprised. The Playboy Cardi, I think, is a great shout. But one of the things I often notice in all the Grammy spaces are music that doesn't neatly fit into categories often falls by the wayside. So if you're looking at Playboy Cardi and you're grading it as far as a rap hip hop thing,
It's not that thing.
why isn't it?
well, no, it's a lot. It's rapping,
Yeah.
but it's
Okay.
more melodic.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's more like almost angsty, emo-y.
It's like the aesthetic of that album doesn't, I think what he's saying is the aesthetic of that album doesn't necessarily sonically or fabric-wise match up with everything else that's in that category.
And I think that's a miss, by the way. I'm saying that's a miss.
But
like, I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying I noticed that pattern, like even in the R&B space, R&B spaces where they won't include something that is clearly singing, but if it's not good R&B singing, it ain't gonna get.
So they want traditional R&B, traditional.
I don't know if it's what they want or just their framework of how they evaluate.
Like I said earlier, I think it's the aesthetic and the fabric of said project or song that doesn't match up with, I guess, their line of traditional thinking. That's what it sounds like.
Which is why isn't there? And we'll get with Nick at the end, but isn't there like a melodic rap?
Yeah, there's a melodic rap
song category.
Because I think Drake is in one of those.
No, Drake never submits though.
No, his label did.
Party
and Drake got nominated for for Somebody to Love Me. I just forgot what category it was.
Fair.
Yeah, melodic rap sung is a subgenre that blends rhythmic rapping and sung vocals, often incorporating elements of hip hop, R&B, and pop. So, the Grammy category.
So Drake is in that category. He's in the best melodic rap performance.
Got it.
For Somebody to Love Me, which makes sense.
Good catch.
Yeah.
And so I think the best melodic rap performance kind of is where Playboi Carti fits.
Yes, absolutely. Now, do you think there should be an album section for that kind of?
Well,
I don't, but
no, I'm just asking because like there are a lot of new artists that are of that section.
But but then like that's why we don't see and like you're associating it with like a age kind of demographic miss.
Yeah.
I'm associating it more with like a categorical
type of music,
right? Because that's where like a Rod Wave fits in,
yep.
right?
Yeah.
And
I mean, but you said Gunna, like it's
Gunna fits in.
Maybe in Gunna too. Yeah.
And
so maybe that's why those albums aren't getting
or songs aren't getting it.
Or songs aren't fitting in.
Got you. Gunna would be all over this category though. The best rap.
Who's in there?
In that category, we have Friday, JID, Kendrick, Terrace Martin, and Party and Drake.
So like melodic rap performance, Friday, that's a great example. Friday is a singer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that album is an R&B album.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he does some kind of rappy, singy thing sometimes, but he's a singer.
So that they got it wrong with that one.
I mean, I don't know if it's wrong, but I just think this is what happens when you put art in categories. You have stuff like this happen. And I don't think anyone's wrong in this situation. It's just like you're trying to figure out where to put it.
Yeah.
Right.
And some people blend their art. It is very much R&B. It very much is hip hop. It could be Afrobeat mixed with that, and then it becomes confusing to voters. Like, where do I put this? So it's not even one of those things I want to like ring the alarm and be mad about.
Yeah.
It's actually understandable.
Also, I just want to make sure we have this conversation. Whether Kendrick or the Clipse win album or rap album of the year, both of them deserve both. And there's been conversations online where people are saying, you know, if Kendrick wins, he's the Grammy darling, so he's going to get it because he's been nominated 9 times. The Clipse are going to get it because they shoved it down our throats and they're old guys and they just came back and we're just going to give it to them because it's the Clipse. Both of these albums are extremely phenomenal for two different reasons. Everyone has their separate reason of why these albums are great. They deserve best rap album of the year, both of them. They deserve best album of the year, both of them. I keep seeing this narrative online of how we're trying to divide. Well, one has to be this or one has to be that, or we're gonna get mad if this one wins. Like, if either one wins, my nigga, that's a win. That's a win. Period.
Yo, man.
I'm just addressing what I see online.
Both narratives you shared.
Yes,
sound like Drake fans trying to find a reason to negate the success of these. Because they were both negative. One is, we just giving it to some old niggas because we feel bad for
them.
Or the other one is, they be kissing Kendrick ass all the time, so he gonna win it.
Yeah. I'm pointing it out because it sounds stupid.
Them is OVO narratives, man.
So I'm not even gonna address that part. What I will say is, sometimes
neither am I.
Yet again, sometimes you watch the Oscars and a lot of good movies came out that year.
Yeah.
and it just is what it is. And you'd be like, damn, Pulp Fiction lost to, I don't
whatever,
know.
whatever came out there.
Whatever. And you'd be like, oh, but I really love Pulp Fiction. But like, damn, this other movie's really, really good too. And it just, some years it works like that. Like me personally.
When you're expecting humans to vote for something, the bigger name and the more familiar name often wins.
Yeah. And that's fine.
That's just what it is. And I think that in this scenario, if Kendrick is to win, it's likely because more voters are familiar with his work and that recent history bias than they would be. Now, I think there could be something to be said for the fact that Clipse is all around doing all of the work, right? They're doing the interviews. They're doing the tours.
Yes.
They're doing all of the things to make sure that they are top of mind. So when people go to vote, they're like, ooh, yes, I'm familiar with that. Yes, I listened to that. Yes,
I saw that. I experienced that. Yeah.
It takes that.
Yeah.
And voter fatigue is a real thing. It's like the reason why like LeBron James doesn't have 15 MVPs. And Kendrick won, I believe, you can correct me later, I think he won 5 Grammys last year with no album out, just some diss songs. All he released was some diss songs and got 5 Grammys. So voters might be like, all right, he got 5 last year. We got voter fatigue. This might be the narrative in the year that Clipse wins. It's a possibility. They could go either way. Shout out to the other nominees we aren't even acknowledging, but it does seem Tyler, the Creator, and Glorilla and whoever the other person.
Amazing.
JID.
JID. It just seems like these are the 2 that might win.
And that's fine. And it is what it is. It's always next year.
Listen, Chromacopia is a phenomenal project. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think, and in its window, because I think that's the end of 2024 when that came out.
Yeah, yes. No, was it 2020?
Late 2024.
He went on tour all of last year.
Chromacopia, yeah.
For Chromacopia. So we're in 2020. That was late 2024.
I was
the
early.
Tap the Glass came out in April or something.
No, it was like
it was late 2024.
November or October 2024 was Chromacopia.
It seemed like it was such a long time.
But I think, same thing with people with GNX, right? GNX was December.
Oh, yeah.
November.
Okay, you're right. I'm bugging. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was late 2024.
Yeah, so anyway, shout out to hip hop, man. A couple of weeks ago, they was talking about it was gone. It was done. One week of not having a single in the top 40 Billboard, and people was ready to close up shop.
People started.
They love doing that.
And now look
Listen,
at
we
us.
ain't no better, bro. When that headline came out, I was blaming everybody. Podcast, TikTok, I'm blaming everybody. It's everybody's fault. We ain't much better. Westside Gunn. It's over WWE. I got to check in with my WWE people.
Yeah.
But what's the problem here? Does anybody on the set here watch WWE and know what's going on? Eddie, you look like you know something.
So here's what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. We're going to have this conversation the day we tape this, and then more information is going to come out by the time this
He probably tweeting
released.
something right now as we're speaking.
As of the moment we're taping this, guys, I'm seeing all the information. I have yet to see Westside Gunn say why he was kicked out. I'm seeing he spent all this money. It's very clear that he's a WWE fan. He's a big part of Wale's Wale Mania. A lot of his album covers, like the last one that just dropped, had $1 Million Man and Virgil on it. He has all the clips. And he's mad about why he got kicked out. And apparently WWE has said they hit him with a cease and desist, I believe, where he has to take down all of these clips and everything else he's done. I want to know more information. Like, I want to know why he was kicked out, because it seems like there was a relationship there that now just doesn't. Even the $1 Million Man posted about Westside Gunn's last release. Like, $1 Million Man, oh, this is tight, da-da-da. So I'm confused. It seems like a bad divorce. What is going on, Triple H? Answer this for us.
Yeah, he got kicked out of a Monday Night Raw despite paying thousands of dollars for tickets. So it's not like he's trying to mooch off the company or the brand. He's actually putting money in their pocket while bigging them up in his own respective right. So to your point, yeah, we would like to know what they did to piss him off, or vice versa.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Well, let us know in the comments. I'm sure there'll be some updates. Were they in some sort of official partnership relationship, or was he just a fan that they allowed to use, kind of allowed him to do some things with their,
I mean, all we have is aesthetic. He says that he's cutting ties with WWE, according to the company, detailing that he had respect and the support of them for years, and they were trying to attempt to censor his wrestling-inspired lyrics. So I'm assuming that is one of the reasons.
There it is.
Well,
that's one of the reasons.
It's not even just lyrics, too. Like, a lot of his interludes have, wrestling. And that would, let's say he does get hit with a cease and desist. that would kill his catalog because a lot of it is intertwined with like this wrestling, audio versions of storytelling. That could get rough for him.
Well, look, he also sells a lot of merch, too.
A lot of wrestling merch.
So that just makes that merch even hotter out here, too. If you bought a piece of the Westside Gunn vinyl or some merch, that shit is on fire out here. Because you know them what are those fan circles, those collector circles and all that?
Yeah.
Tough.
Also, and I don't know if this is part of it, this is just like wrestling understanding. They just got a new ownership group, TKO, which owns them. I believe there's some Saudi involvement there, as well as
that owns the WWE.
Yeah,
also owns the UFC as well. All that took place, I believe, last year. So maybe new ownership, TKO was like, look, that was all good before we came in the picture.
That possibly that could be a reason.
Now we want our cut of it.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if that's part of it, but that's the thing.
Well, just in time for Hip Hop History Month, we got a few things to cover. You got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Salt-N-Pepa and Outkast getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Lo, did you watch any of the performances?
I watched a couple clips from it. It's just, that's what you want to see. I mean, Doja Cat did some dedication. I heard, I saw the clips.
Hang on, Eddie.
It wasn't the best received, but it's dope to have her out there doing that and giving props and respect. But Eddie, you were there firsthand.
Yeah.
What was that like experiencing history in the making?
So initially I was there and I was like, all right, cool. You know, this is tight to be able to be in this building. I care about Salt-N-Pepa and Outkast. What ended up happening was, shout out to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The whole ceremony's like dope. Like it's a celebration of music, and if you like music, it's a history lesson, and they're giving like all these like video montages. It was beautiful. The whole thing was dope. But between the two acts that we care about the most, seeing Salt-N-Pepa get their flowers was dope because we know everything they've gone through, and especially, you know, like to be the first women group to stomp the door of hip hop and be like, look, man, women deserve to be in this space too. I remember like being a kid, first time seeing that Push It video. And by real quick too, seeing Salt-N-Pepa and In Vogue on the same stage, man, a lot of my sexual awakenings was in one place and I was happy.
All right.
Hey, like, yo, just cut
J. Cole with the wet dream.
Yeah, like, cut the fat out. Just get straight to the play. We don't need all that shit, bro.
Chubs in class,
I can't be a fan. I was a fan. Oh my God! Look, the song was called "Push It," guys. Like, get over yourself.
We get it.
Like, that's what it was.
Yes, it's been like 30 plus years. We get it. Keep going.
So seeing these pioneers and then Missy Elliott being the one that sets it up for their Hall of Fame induction, it was just beautiful to see. Like these women have put in so much hard work, and even DMC said it. They are the female-run DMC. Your two MCs, your DJs. The ladies that paved the way, and then how they rebranded in the 90s with Shoot, What a Man, and all those songs, and sexual empowerment, things that like women needed that space in hip-hop that led to your Glorrillas and led to your Nickies and Lil' Kims and Foxy Browns. That was beautiful. And for Spinderella to be the first female DJ inducted into the Hall of Fame, I wanted to tear up. Kid and Play came out there. Like you didn't even like, it was super quick. They put some jackets on, In Vogue. Shout out to them. Then, you guys want to say anything on that? Because I don't want to.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with you. I'm all in. It's beautiful. Go.
Okay. Then we get to Outkast, and man, bro, like it's someone. I remember the very first time I had Outkast.
Wait, sidebar. Doesn't it sound like his whole narrative, he's about to shit on the thing? Am I the only one that's like waiting for him to be like...
He's setting it up, and there's going to be like a huge butt, like, butt.
Is that where you going?
Yeah, I don't like the tone of this.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Oh, okay, I was just making sure.
You've done it before, though, but...
No, not this time. Not at all. So the first time, no, not this time. The first time I had Outkast, I was in summer school, right? Because I was in trouble, and I remember someone like bringing the CD and hearing it, and I remember it was almost like I instantly fell in love with Southern rap. Like I've talked about this on the show before. Like I love Southern rap early, 8-Ball and MJG, UGK, Outkast. And this full circle moment, seeing them being inducted by Donald Glover, and we know what Atlanta is now. That's not what Atlanta was then. Them brothers gave us the hip hop mecca that is Atlanta. And then for Big Boy, and I always want to give love to Big Boy because everyone always gives so much love to Andre. They are a duo. You don't get Andre 3000 without getting Antoine Patton. So big love to Big Boy going up there and accepting this award, bro. Like it made me want to tear up because they allow people to be in this space, not only from the South, but to be genuinely themselves. Andre was so fucking weird and out there, and some Jimi Hendrix mixed with James Brown, mixed with Parliament, and you had these two MCs that are top-tier MCs, and I remember them getting booed at the Source Awards, and I remember them saying the South got something to say, and you guys are in New York, and I know you guys love Outkast, so I'm not shitting on you guys by any means, but the perception of what they were, Southern MCs then, at that moment, and what they are now are two completely different things. They didn't want them to let in the door. They kicked the door open. So seeing them being inaugurated, and even though Andre didn't perform, which we all wanted, I completely understand. I allow him that grace, but getting Big Boy up there on the stage with Tyler, the Creator, Doja Cat, we'll have that conversation in a second. Sleepy Brown, seeing the whole Goody Mob up there. We don't know where CeeLo was. Who else am I forgetting that performed as well up there? JID, shout out to that brother. There's somebody else. It was beautiful, though. It was beautiful, and like Andre said, great things start in little rooms. And for them to start off in that Enrico Wade, rest in peace, in that basement to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that goes to show you how powerful this art form is.
It should be noted too, historically speaking, I know a lot is made of that Source Award.
Yeah.
Outkast was embraced by everybody that knew about hip hop. Them hating ass niggas in the crowd at the Source Awards do not represent all of hip hop, and definitely didn't represent all of New York. Matter of fact, if you know anything about New York, motherfuckers in New York boo all types of all the time.
Including their own.
And I done seen Nas get booed, bro.
Including their own.
You know what I'm saying? So
Outkast they weren't don't too much.
I know outside of New York, people aren't accustomed to that sort of behavior, but a good fuck out of here from the crowd
happens more
it
times than not.
Sometimes it just happens, man. It's
like,
cold.
are y'all familiar
Y'all taking
with
too long. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave. Fuck out of here.
Are y'all familiar with the Apollo? Like, that's...
Yo, people get booed all the time.
Like,
people at the Apollo get booed. They live upstairs. Came downstairs to a show.
Go to fuck
and
home.
got booed
Go
the
to
fuck out of there. But anyway, I say all that to say that I am equally as excited and happy that Outkast got their flowers.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that, dislikes Outkast. Like, I don't even think that exists.
That's not even a day. That's not.
And even when Andre was putting on the blonde wig and wearing shoulder pads and the fluffy pants and all that
still
shit,
knocking shit out the park.
Like, people was. I think sometimes we just gotta remember, black people talk shit and crack jokes. And we forget, man. We forget that don't mean we don't love you. That don't mean you're not loved.
That's something
that people forget.
That's endearment, actually. If I'm not cracking on you, if I'm not paying attention to you, my nigga, I don't fuck with you.
Me and Lo just were screaming at each other. Like,
no, you was screaming
20
at me.
minutes ago? Okay, fair.
Right, so.
It doesn't mean I love it to death. It doesn't change that
and
at all.
I vividly recall the entire Outkast thing. I've been in media the entire time.
Yeah.
There was never a time in hip-hop media that Outkast wasn't appreciated and loved. It never happened.
And they did win
they actually won.
A New York
because they were fucking good.
They were on stage because they were successful and they were loved.
Yeah. Highlighted by one of the biggest hip-hop publications ever.
But in the middle of a war between two coasts.
Right.
People forget all of that.
In the middle of the city. Like,
people forget tensions were high.
Tensions were high. I understand.
But I do want to also say that, yes, we had questions. Right? Like, Andre was wearing weird clothes, and you know what I'm saying? And so we asked questions. But he was also pushing the genre. And I think in retrospect, everyone is grateful that he came and did that. Now, there are people in this room right now with me that are very upset with him for not being on that stage at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and rapping while Big Boy was up there performing. Everybody's like, where's Dre?
Right.
Where's Dre? Where's Dre? And I just want to remind everybody that Dre gave us a lot, man. Let him chill.
Let him live.
He'll be back around when it's time.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to stop taking it so personal. It's not because he doesn't personally like you.
Well, he doesn't fucking know you
get
either.
On the stage and perform at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's all. I just wanted to say it. Now, what'd you want to say about Doja Cat?
Okay, so at first, two things, right? At first, I was pissed off at her because I'm like, she was up there doing Sorry Miss Jackson. Everybody knows the words to Sorry Miss Jackson, right? So I'm in there, I'm rapping along, feeling great. And I'm like, yo, why is she flubbing Miss Jackson? Like, what is going? Who screws up Miss Jackson? Okay, I waited like 24 hours and I thought about it. Right, Doja Cat has never let us down on a stage performance, like ever. She's one of the greatest stage performers. Let's remove genres. I've never seen her mail in any performance ever. I'm gonna allow her some grace because I'm like, something had to have happened, man.
Well, so
like,
I only, at first, I saw the clip. And so obviously we weren't there. I thought she thought she was doing ad libs and somebody else was doing verses, or she couldn't hear because on the audio
that's
it
what
sounded
I heard.
like
I heard she couldn't hear.
it sounded like the DJ was doing parts that she thought she was supposed to be. It sounded like they needed one more rehearsal. It sounded like they needed one more rehearsal.
I thought we're not going to put too much on it because I do think those things get a little tricky with the dedications and all that. I don't think it was just her fucking up. I think there
in
was
that moment though.
In the moment, it's going to seem like that.
You was tight. You was going to run up there and grab the mic.
I wasn't gonna do nothing. I would get kicked out of there. But yeah, like, I got to give her some equity. Doja Cat don't never skimp on performances at all.
Yeah, I think that was just miscommunication. That's all.
And then it don't help that the next person right after her is Tyler absolutely killing one of the hardest verses to rap in Bombs Over Bag. It was B.O.B., right?
Yeah.
B.O.B.
Bombs Over Baghdad.
Like that. It made her look even worse in hindsight, but I'm gonna allow her some grace.
Speaking of hip-hop legends and hip-hop history month and all of that, we bring to you a celebration.
Uh-oh.
That's right. Looking at albums this year for Hip-Hop History Month turning 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25.
Okay.
So I will ask you all, what year, 2000, 2005, 2010, 2015, or 2020 was the best year of album releases in hip-hop?
The best year?
Out of those 5.
I'm going to have to go
2005, 2010, 2015, 2020.
I'm going to start, I'll probably go with 2000, just out of this group, I'm going with 2015.
You're going 2015.
That summer we had, Drake dropped 2 albums. We had Travis.
Which ones?
We had the Future collab.
The Future collab, and if you're reading this, it's too late.
And you had DS2 that year.
DS2. Trim Life was tough.
So technically Future dropped 2 too.
Yes. Fetty Wap was crazy. He had about 6 records bumping during the summer. Big album from Big Sean, Dark Sky Paradise, which is a classic to me. ASAP Rocky. What was that? I thought that was long. No. Oh, no, yeah, okay.
Long Last ASAP.
Yeah. And then you had Dream Worth More Than Money from Meek Mill. So they're, from that new generation that is considered the OGs right now, that year was their arrival for me. And they just ran the summer. It was just fun. Like, all these records, they sounded different, they felt different, they were from different regions. 2015 was a highly stacked, highly successful, and highly fun year for hip-hop for me.
All right, what you got, Eddie?
2015 strong. I'm going to go out of these specific years, 2005. Because you got Late Registration, probably 50's best good album, The Massacre.
What best good album? What the hell does that mean?
His last good album.
His last good album. Okay.
Yeah. The documentary, like, regardless of what you think about the discount rates the game's giving on on bars nowadays, in verses, the documentary. The documentary.
Fam.
Then you got Carter 2.
Hold on. So don't just say Carter 2. Say Lil Wayne's best studio album, Carter 2. Let's
my
be
bad.
real.
We apologize.
Yeah. Lil Wayne's best studio album, the Carter 2. Money
You like
on My
Carter
Mind
2
and all
more than
that.
Carter 3?
I do.
Come on, bro.
I do.
Like, let's,
I'm just asking.
Let's be like, and then what's gonna happen? People like to have these arguments. Fuck hits, guys. Let's get off the hits conversation. Carter 3
was stacked with fucking hits. Like, Jesus Christ.
I know. It has way more hits. I don't care about that. We know what Michael Jackson album's better. It's off the wall. We don't care. Like, we love Thriller.
Is it?
We love Thriller's great.
All right.
It's off the wall, guys.
Nobody don't want to hear Beat It on a regular basis. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I'm going to listen to Thriller on Halloween.
I didn't say Beat It, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Talking about some real shit here, man.
Girl's
Don't get me
Mind is on
tight.
Thriller, right?
Y'all can argue about Lil Wayne and shit. Talk about some real
The
music.
girl is
Go
fucking
ahead.
mine. The girl is mine. Keep that.
Yeah, the girl is mine.
Let's
It's
get it.
fucking trash. I hate
Keep
that.
that shit.
What?
Hey man, but that movie,
Hate that
that movie
fucking
looked fire though.
Girl is mine. It's fine.
No, it ain't. That shit.
The girl is mine. Keep it.
I like that.
I hate
Thug
that
motivation. What you like? The girl
No,
is
Michael,
mine.
she's mine. Shut the fuck up.
Thug motivation 101, and then Common B was fire, bro.
Yo, sorry, Andy. This over here is bugging
Sorry,
right now.
I was wild. I was wild.
He was wild. He went on like
I love Mike.
he went on a 30-second rant under his breath about Mike.
We love Mike. But
No, we
just-
do, but I understand what he was saying. But we didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going. My fault.
It's off the wall. So no, it's good. We got it. We ain't got to rehash it.
Now, yeah, Thug 101. Thug 101. Crazy.
Yeah. What about what are you going to eat?
I was
I mean,
gonna
you can
say
pick something we already did.
2005 too, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
2005.
2005. Cause look, 2010's got fire on it that I definitely love, but not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. But yeah, it's not enough. Cause look, man, Late Registration, classic.
Yeah.
Massacre, fire. If you listen to Massacre right now today, back-to-back flames, the whole shit.
Some of his best songwriting.
Some of his best. The documentary, fire, like y'all said, the Carter 2. Then you jump down to Thug Motivation 101, classic. Super classic. Common B, Kanye West, Common together, crazy. Classic. So,
Yeah.
2005. But then 2015 comes in a close second.
That's what I'm saying. 2015 was monster.
Strong.
Close second.
Monster.
And then after that, probably 2000, and then 2010, and then 2020.
Some pretty good 5-year anniversaries over here, man.
Yo,
Hey,
man,
you
it's
know what,
Hip Hop
though?
History Month. If you would like to celebrate Hip Hop History Month, you can go inside Apple Music and see all that we've put together for your listening pleasure. Hip Hop History Month, Apple Music, and the Rap Life Review family.
Why you say it like that?
I liked it.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was different.
good.
It was different.
See?
All right.
It was different.
But anyway, before we close out, Nick, with the knowledge, what did we screw up?
Not too many screw ups today, but I do think some things did go missed.
Okay, I like this too. Things we missed.
Things we missed. What's up?
We talked about the G Herbo album. We talked about how good it was. We didn't mention Wyclef being on the song Emergency, flipping 911.
Oh, someone you don't know.
Banger.
Yeah.
Did he always sing it like that? It sounded.
No,
Okay,
no,
it was-
not at all.
No?
No, we just
He
saw.
seemed like no. The
Oh,
way
like
Wyclef
on the
sung
record.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, Wyclef.
We had a conversation about Grammy bait, and somebody who's always in the Grammy rap category is Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
And
I do
Alfredo.
think we make. Yep, you're right. I forgot to say that.
I think Alfredo, too, is kind of like one of those albums that whenever it drops, whenever Freddie drops, it gets a Grammy. I mean, that wasn't the case this year.
Got snowed.
I don't think it deserved it.
I do. I definitely do.
We kind of talked about it, but I do still feel like we glossed over it a little bit. That Glorilla Glorious album has a lot of bangers on it, and I think that should be in serious consideration for best rap album for everything she's done. And I know we had the conversation about commercial versus what the Academy likes, but I think we need to get that more serious consideration considering all the hits on that album.
Good album.
Look, I love the Glorilla album, and I think she did a great job. Knock it the fuck off.
Thank you.
All right, you knock it the fuck off right now.
Thank you.
You trying to make it seem
Yeah.
like, nah, bro, don't do that, man.
I was-
Glorilla, your album was fucking fire, though. It was fire, but everybody just fucking relax.
But it's
Okay,
big
let's
GLO and the
stop.
GLE.
Stop this
Yeah,
shit.
but
This shit ain't
in
T-ball,
terms of-
man.
Listenability, replay
man.
value.
I
Like,
hate when people do that shit. I hate when people do that shit, man.
Yo, that shit was
Yo, man, you just trying to get love in the fucking comments, Nick. Fuck out of here.
That shit is not beating
Yo,
Clipse.
man,
That shit is
stop
not
it.
beating Kendrick. Like, this, we don't
What am I-
we don't gotta
man.
get the little
I did something
T-ball,
like that.
the award.
They
Like,
did
nah, like,
let's put some real
let's keep it
respect
a
on
buck.
Glorilla's name.
Nah, you pander.
No,
put
see,
some
you
respect on her
pandering.
name.
Now you trying to make it look like we
I ain't
dissing
pandering.
Glorilla.
Yeah.
After I done told her she did a good job and the shit was
All
fire.
I
See,
said
I
is
hate
it
when
needs
people do
more
shit like
serious
that.
consideration.
Yo, in this episode,
No,
man,
Nick gonna cut up
you're
his
not
own-
gonna have me getting into beefs with Glorilla. I love that girl, man.
Nick gonna cut up his own clip.
So do
Put
I.
this shit up like, yo, Glow, see what they saying about you on the show. Don't
Nah,
do that
man.
shit, Nick.
Yo, Eddie see it too. Eddie, you see the
You
work.
see the play?
I don't play those games. I really feel this way,
Nick,
man.
we just
Anyway.
met you, bro.
Wow,
We don't
yeah.
trust you like that, bro. Fuck out of here.
Knock it off, Nick.
All right, let's get into the best rap albums conversation. We went through the years, and I think y'all highlighted a lot of good albums, but I want to go to 2005 for a second and talk about some of the albums that y'all didn't mention. 3 6 Mafia, Most Known Unknown comes out in 2005. Who is Mike Jones? The album comes out in 2005. Incredible. Yin Yang Twins, United States of Atlanta also comes out that year. I think those were 3 huge albums.
Okay.
Yeah, they
Hold
were.
on, guys.
They were big.
If you're a SeaWorld.
Listen,
No, man, it don't have to be like this.
Bro, it's
It
got
don't
so
have to
much
be
heat
like
coming from the
this,
West
bro.
Coast today. I don't know what's
lot
up
of
with y'all.
Nah, that SeaWorld feature was fire, though.
that's a good concert.
Yeah, it was.
That's
It
a good
was.
show.
It was.
And going to releases that I kind of wanted to talk about, 1900 Rugrat dropped the album Big Ass Kids. I think was a really great album. A lot of good sounds on that album. I want to highlight one of my favorite lines from the album. He says she keeps shaking ass like it's squirrels in her panties. And I wanted to shout out 1900 Rugrat for that.
Hey, yo, with a name like that, that lyric is not surprising.
Wait, what happened, man?
With a
What the
name,
fuck is going on?
and this episode,
line.
yo,
What
we
just
out
happened,
here.
man?
It's a good
Yo,
line.
man, nigga, I appreciate you, man. I just want to say I appreciate you, man. You ain't about to tell me that was bars, though. That's not what
I
you
just
about.
said-
That's not
No,
what
He
you
said
said.
that's
my
one of his
favorite-
favorite lines from the album.
That's not what happened.
That's what he said.
And I think
Nick,
y'all should
man,
go
I
listen to the
appreciate you
project.
and your whole generation, man.
Yeah, that's a fun
Thank
line,
you for
bro.
loving hip hop. However,
I want to shout out Mexico Dro. I want to shout out the year that Quavo's having. Eddie, you good? She keeps shaking ass like she got squirrels in her panties.
You can't tell me when you heard that lyric was like, yo, this is gonna be my favorite line from the
Yo,
project.
man,
That's
stop
what he
judging.
said.
You
All right,
judging,
my
man.
fault. No, you're right.
This is why
There's a
we
lot of
can't
great
get
lines
along
on
with
the
the
album,
generation
but no,
because
yeah,
people like you.
That's a
You know
good one, though.
what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring the generations together here.
No, you're right.
That's an enjoyable rap line.
No, I mean that's a good double. It's a good analogy. That was a good analogy.
Is it? You see, you go too far. See, this is the problem with adults.
What?
Let them like what they like, but you don't have to say that it's good when you know it ain't.
Aren't you saying the same thing I am?
No, I'm not. I didn't say it was good. I said I appreciate him for loving hip hop. That's what I said.
No, the T-ball aspect. I appreciate you.
I do appreciate him. He's making an effort. Nick,
I'm back.
Keep all
y'all
this.
fuck with
about
Nick,
it.
man.
Nah, Nick is funny as shit.
See,
Go listen to that 1900 Rugrat album, y'all.
Yeah.
See, this is why y'all
Don't
you
blame
can
that shit
tell.
on- don't blame that
Yo,
shit on
Nick,
me.
They being disrespectful, ain't they?
I'm just saying, if we want to talk about what we missed, nobody was going to bring it up. That's what I'm here to do.
Exactly. My man is on his job.
Yeah,
Thank you, Nick. I'm gonna go check that out when I leave here.
no problem.
Anything else we missed, Nick? You're doing a great job, man.
Nah, I think that about wraps it for this week.
See, he ain't gonna come back next week. Y'all done fucked up, man. Nick was great.
So look how you pandering.
Nah, man, that's my guy, man.
Do y'all need me to say the line one more time?
Just
or-
go ahead. One more time before we leave. Just one more time before we leave.
Yo, fuck y'all. Rap review is over, nigga.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
No.
Like she
Say
got
it one more time, Nick.
No, man.
Say it one more time, Nick.
Yo, I hate y'all.
Card, Nadeska, go.
What's up? You just finished an episode of the Rap Life Review. It's 2025, so new year means new episodes coming your way. If you want to get in the conversation, you can always drop us a comment below. And of course, you can like and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. Catch us next week on a brand new episode of the Rap Life Review right here on Apple Music.